That brings me to this movie recently released, Dhurandhar. You look at Instagram and other places, people are actually celebrating. The movie would have done like 200 crores by now and will go on to do some 500 crores maybe.
And if you wanted to get a selfie with Lionel Messi, you had to pay I think for a single photo.
We are 150 crore people, please think of it, right? I will never ask myself, what exactly am I doing? Are we? That brings me to this movie recently released, Dhurandhar. People are actually celebrating the portrayal of those who caused 26/11. You look at Instagram and other places, people are actively.
The famous song which got viral.
Yes, not just that song, everything about the movie, except for one or two characters, the ones being celebrated are the ones who tried to terrorize India, who caused mayhem in Mumbai, and people are very happy with them. And then we call ourselves Indians and lovers of the nation. A certain amount must have been spent in purchasing the movie tickets as well, right? You said 50 crores for Messi. The movie would have done like 200 crores by now and will go on to do some 500 crores maybe. Did even a fraction of this amount go to the victims in Mumbai and elsewhere? Terrorism has been a festering wound, right? 20 years, 30 years. And we have had the most recent incident this year itself. Are Indians prepared to contribute even a fraction of the amount they paid for the movie to the victims of terror or towards a fund that is exclusively dedicated to countering and wiping out terror? And then we say we are great patriots. The ego cannot be anything. It cannot be nationalistic. It cannot be patriotic. The ego is just a lover of its own indulgences. So that's what we see here. Yeah, Shiva just gave me this little story, and a particular gentleman is saying that instead of spending around rupees 150 crore on a short Messi visit, it's not 50 crore, it's 150 crore. The same money could be invested in grassroots development to create 10 Messis in India. And that's right. He says that with the right coaching infrastructure and long-term planning, India could build world-class football talent and even dream of winning the World Cup someday. And the comment seems to have sparked debate. We are 150 crore people, please think of it, right? The argument that is often advanced is that we lack the stamina, the build to match the Europeans and the Africans and the Brazilians. That's the argument often given. But is that possible? We are 150 crore people, right? And you require only 11 to make a soccer team. We won't even have 11 capable players. That's not possible. So the physique argument is misplaced, very misplaced. Do you see this? When you have a distribution that is very wide because it is very populous, then even the extremes are relatively densely populated. So if you look at, for example, the tallest 50 lakh people in India, They will be as tall as the tallest 50 lakh people in, let's say, the UK or the US. Somebody can Google or look up. Just as the richest 50 lakh Indians are almost as rich as the richest 50 lakh Britons. We appear poor because we have a very long tail of poverty. So that greatly brings down the average figure. But when it comes to the extremes, we are as rich or as tall as any other nation, purely by the virtue of our tremendous population. So if you look at the strongest 50 lakh Indians, they'll be probably as strong as the strongest 50 lakh Germans. Just that Germany does not have even 10% of Indian population. Right? But that's the thing with sports. On the ground, you do not field a team with members in proportion to your population. You just field the best 11. So Germany has to field 11, and India too has to field 11. But Germany has to figure out 11 from, let's say, 10 crore. And India has the privilege of picking up those 11 from 150 crore. And that privilege is real and practical. Any particular parameter, top 50 lakh Indians match any other nationality in the world. Any parameter. We think of ourselves as this, we lack in this, we lack in that. In whatever you lack in, you'll be astonished that when it comes to the top 1 percentile, you are as good as any other nationality. Have you tried looking up the data? In fact, the tallest Indian in recent times is taller than the tallest Briton. So you can rule the world not just in soccer but also in basketball. Just as we don't stand anywhere in soccer, we also don't stand anywhere in basketball. And what's often quoted is the average Indian height, but that's not true, because the top 10 lakh or 50 lakh Indians will be as tall as the top 10 lakh or 50 lakh anywhere else.
Right.
What we then lack in is purpose and commitment, including financial commitment. When it comes to resources, we start beating our chest and displaying the begging bowl. We say, oh, we don't have money, we don't have money. If you don't have money, where did this 150 crore for Messi come from? If you don't have money to, for example, fence the international boundary, how did the movie make 500 crore rupees? If we don't have money to properly patrol our borders, how come movies made on these themes, laughing all the way from the box office to the bank? The money is there. Indians are not short of money. When it comes to Kolkata, the per capita income is 1/3 or 1/4 of Bangalore or Hyderabad. Again, look up the data. I hope I'm not mistaken. The per capita income in Kolkata is way lower than that in Hyderabad, Bangalore, or Gurgaon. But look at the kind of money Kolkatans came up with. So are we really short of money? For Messi, Kolkata had all the money. But when you look at those pulling the rickshaw on their back, you observe it's a unique Kolkatan sight. Hand pulled rickshaws, and the puller. I was in Kolkata for 2 weeks, and some of them were barefoot, yeah, having no shoes at all. Yeah, I'm not mistaken. Kolkata is 1.5 L per person per year per capita, and NCR, Mumbai, Hyderabad are all above 4 lakhs, and Bangalore will be in fact 6 or 8 lakhs. Look for Bangalore. So, looking at the stats, you will say, well, Kolkata has no money. But for Messi, Kolkata had everything. Are we really poor? Or are we just poorly directed? We don't know the right direction to move in because we don't know the right center to have.
Right.
So, between Bangalore and Kolkata, the per capita difference is almost 4 times. Between the other cities, almost 3 times. But still, 50 crores, they came up from nowhere. That is not just a social phenomena. It is actually coming from the individual. As individuals, do we know where to put our money? Where to spend our resources? We don't. And that shows up in a collective way in our social priorities. Just as fathers, as persons, as husbands, as mothers, we just don't know what to do with our money, and so we keep spending it or saving it in fruitless, even silly ways. So does the society, because the society is not much beyond an aggregation of individuals. If the individuals are misdirected, that will show up in the social phenomena.
Sir, one surprising fact is that the person who was actually talking about the expense of bringing Messi, his team went to Norway and won a trophy, and that's equivalent to an under 15 World Cup. So our boys do well uh, when they are playing for younger teams, but as soon as they turn 18, something goes wrong.
No, it's not something that goes wrong. It's not something that goes wrong. Now the parents tell them to go out and earn their bread till you are 15 or 16, right? Soccer, etc., are tolerated as childish indulgences. Fine, the kid loves to play soccer. Yeah, he keeps kicking that ball around. Let him go. That's fine. But now you are 17 or 18 and it's time for college, and you have to be a collegiate, otherwise, who will employ you? Who will employ you? That's what kicks in. Just as we happily tolerate the academic achievements of our daughters till the time they turn 24 or 25. And once they hit that threshold everything else gets kicked to the background. Now it's your time to get married. Drop all else. What is this thesis? What is this research? What is this career thing? Forget all this. Now, will she go out and conduct research or be a great volleyball player? No. She's supposed to now quickly get pregnant. Right? Indians do well in most sports in the junior stages. Even in tennis, it's not only about football. Tennis, even basketball, I suppose. Indians manage to do well under 13, under 15, sometimes even under 17. We do well. But after that, the society jumps in. The social factor kicks in because the players are not operating in a vacuum, right? They arise from the social soil, and our social soil is not very conducive for experimentation, exploration. It does not really have the ingredients to breed talent and geniuses. We culturally we have become just too insecure. We worship a secure future. And to some extent, the worries of the parents are understandable. They want to see their son or daughter doing well, at least not starving. If you could put money in soccer, if young players were guaranteed of at least a basic livelihood, the parents wouldn't be so dismissive of a sporting career. Right? So, I mean, priorities. It's not that we are poor, it's just that we don't have the right priorities. And we are too shackled by the past. The 200 years of British rule, they have left us deeply scarred and deeply insecure. The first thing that matters to us is, will I have a job, some food? And that has continued to matter even when the tide seems to be turning and economic survival is no more such a difficult matter. But still, the cultural insecurity has continued. The moment we spot an outlier, we grow too eager to discipline him, restrain him, sober him down, and domesticate him. An outlier in any field, science, technology, arts, humanities, sports, any field. As a society, as a culture, we do not respect outliers. In fact, we are envious of them and suspicious of them.
Sir, on the other side of the story, whenever an event like this happens, there is this inherent entitlement from the politicians, the VIPs, the celebrities, that we are entitled to bring our family, everyone on the field, and they can take photos with Messi, and they can all the other players who came. But from the news, I got to know that the Santosh Trophy winner team, West Bengal actually won the last Santosh Trophy against Kerala. They were not invited to the stadium to meet Messi, and the organizer told IFA, the West Bengal Football Association actually. So they told them that only select a few players they will meet Messi, and they rejected it because a team is a team. One or two player cannot meet Messi on the behalf of the entire team who won the trophy. So there is this thing, sir. In Kolkata, things went wrong, but in the other cities as well, these the events were the same thing. People were clicking photos. It's just that they organized it better. They packaged it better. Things didn't go wrong in that place. So we are now appreciate like organization and the management. But it was the same thing that people who didn't deserve to be on the field were on the field and greeting Messi.
What do you think? Those politicians will lose the next election?
I don't think so, sir.
So that's the answer.
Yeah.
We elected them and we will keep electing them. I do not know their names, but irrespective of the name, the politician is the same, the faces keep changing, and the voter is the same, the faces keep changing. It's one particular tendency, right? Electing a particular object every election. The tendency remains the same. The name of the voter and the name of the party that keeps changing. And what's the name of the tendency? Deep, dark ignorance. I do not know who I am and I do not know what's good for me. So I operate in total darkness, doing something random. Doesn't matter the place. The polling booth, the shopping mall, the football stadium, the classroom, the boardroom, doesn't matter the place. I will keep operating from darkness. I will never ask myself, what exactly am I doing? What's making me cast this vote? Where are my actions coming from? As long as we don't change, our politicians won't. That's obvious, no? Our politicians, in fact, are just a reflection of who we are. Change the population first. No point complaining against the politicos. Change is always inside out. Outside in doesn't work because the actor is within. Though he does get influenced by what happens outside, but still the actor is within. Real change will always originate from within.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.